What is going on, Zombie Slayers? I'm Ducky, and welcome to a Zombies commentary discussing what makes a what makes a good Zombies perk, or WMAGs for short. So, what do I think? Okay, what do I think makes a good Zombies perk? Well, what I think makes a good Zombies perk is it affects the fundamental elements of your abilities. So we see things like, straight away in World at War, we saw, this is in Verrückt by the way, when we first got perks, we saw things affecting your speed, we got things affecting your health, and your rate of fire, things like that have been affected. And then we got Ascension with a new perk, well, two new perks, and Stamina Up, one of them, that affects your stamina and your sprint speed. And then, oh god, just poked my throat there. And then we've got PhD Flopper, which isn't necessarily affecting any fundamental things. But, however, it is kind of tailored to the map. One of you guys actually commented on the video, and yeah, I will share that within the video towards the end of it, and maybe reference it a bit later on too. And with this... even one of you guys made a video based off that. I saw it on your channel. I'm subscribed to. Some of you guys that subscribe to me, if you produce regular zombies content or content that I'm interested in. So I kind of had a look at that, and with that I was able to kind of get more of an idea, because PhD Flopper, we see it kind of... oh, whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to find the... comment. We see that it kind of does affect some things, but that's definitely tailored more to the map, and basically that's good on a map. However, I think we should have fundamental perks that affect fundamental things. With Speed Cola, I don't want a revive soda thing. I would prefer a Speed Cola that allows you to revive faster as well, so it affects kind of sleight of hand is what it's part of. And then we have Stamina Up, which is more based on the feet and your stamina and things like that. So what makes a good perk is, I really do think that the main perks on the map, like perhaps 4 or 5 perks on the map that you can buy, you can get 4 slots of or whatever. I'm not sure how many slots you have in Black Ops 3. Possibly 4 again, unless there's like incredible numbers of perks and you need like 5, 6 or whatever for that. But the basic slots are ones you can purchase. So I think we should have 4 or 5 perks that affect fundamental things. What fundamental things do we have? We have our health, we have our speed, we have our rate of fire. We have revive speed, which I'd kind of like to see integrated into Speed Cola, and we have rebuilding barrier speed, and in World at War and Black Ops, Speed Cola was affecting that. However, in Black Ops 2 it wasn't, so I'd kind of like to see that back integrated into Speed Cola, if it is made possible by a game. And we have other fundamental things such as our stamina. I'm not sure if I've already mentioned that. And then we have our recoil and our accuracy. That's Deadshot Daiquiri I'm talking about here. Our recoil is a massive one. I love Deadshot Daiquiri because how much it cuts down the recoil, and the accuracy on it is brilliant. Straight for the head as well. I know on the PC it isn't, but it still cuts down the crosshair size, I think it's called that, and that's what it is. And we haven't after that really seen many fundamental things. However, we've seen things that affect certain aspects of a map later on. Okay, we have Mule Kick, which can affect kind of fundamental things, more health with Juggernog, but it also gives us the ability to carry more. I'm not sure, more weapons, sorry. I'm not sure if that kind of counts towards a fundamental idea or not. That's for you to make your mind up with. But we have Electric Cherry and Mob of the Dead. The other 2 perks were just thrown in there. They weren't really very useful, and nobody really used them. Unless they just thought, oh, I might as well get 6 perks, let's just get them or whatever. Or however many perks on the map. But once we got Mob of the Dead and we had Electric Cherry, that was very much tailored to the map. However, I'd like to see that introduced in a different way. What I'd actually like to see is other for the boss unlocked differently. So we could have like ones for the boss or tailored to certain aspects of the map, like I was saying with Electric Cherry. That's very, very good. Also, because Berry's a very camping map, we have that's what I say, it's a very camp map then, but it's a very sort of camping style play map. We have Vulture Raid, which creates this big kind of scent that is kind of like zombie blood, which allows us to remain hidden. And then Treyarch developed it a bit further with the zombie blood drop as well, which is important. Is it going to be things that are changed by other aspects of the game other than perks? So we're going to have drops that do this. We're going to have purchasable things that aren't necessarily perks, attachments that affect this. There's lots of different things. Because in World at War, what custom zombie map makers do is with Deadshot, all they do is give you a laser sight attachment, and are we going to have an attachment through Pack Punching that does this? A purchasable Pack Punch attachment style thing, or anything else? We're not exactly sure how we can obtain these things. So is it important that this is put in a perk, or can we implement it in another way? What is the best way to deliver this? But anyway, if there's a certain perk to do with the boss, perhaps there's PhD Flopper and the boss uses a flamethrower as one of their weapons, such as we have Origins, a Panzer Soldat, that's the one. He uses a flamethrower, and that is his only damaged weapon, really. I'd like to see a few more things that he could use, but his flamethrower, if you had PhD Flopper, perhaps you could survive it for longer or not be downed at all by it, and map specific things. But like I'm saying, what Adarob, a commenter, the only commenter who actually replied to this, actually hold on, we've got news first, basically he's another zombies content producer as well. He does other things too. I really enjoy his stuff, and he said players desired PhD Flopper and Rise, but then it was kind of made as a bit of a troll that it's not there, because obviously we can fall out of the map, we can drop down too far and things like that. And when we actually we craved it, and then they trolled us, and then when we finally got it in Origins, nobody wanted it. And that's basically what Adarob said as well. And I'll show you quotes of that and things like that. And basically with this, we need perhaps a specific way of unlocking a certain perk. So perhaps we can have our 4 perks, or the 5 perks that you can buy on the map, and you have 4 slots for them. However, on Origins and other maps, there are ways of gaining more perk slots. We first saw this within Ascension, where if the monkeys didn't manage to get on a perk machine during their boss round, and you managed to kill them all before they jumped on a perk machine, then, well, you get a free perk. And then we got Call of the Dead. If you kill George Romero, you get a free perk as well. Shangri-La, can't remember exactly. Moon, you get them from doing the Easter egg. I think that might be the only way. Let me know in the comments section. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then Transit, we couldn't, unless, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not, we had Tombstone. I'm going through all the examples to paint a more picture, not just for me, but so we can all understand together how this has already been implemented. In Transit and all the green run ones, we had Tombstone, so if you're playing co-op you could get all 6 perks, or however many perks were on the map. And then Rise, Nuketown, sorry, you can only have 4 as well, shouldn't miss out Nuketown. Rise, we then had the Jumping Jacks, 100% accuracy, that was, and then Mob of the Dead you couldn't Buried, that was by going through the witch's house every couple of rounds when the lights came back on, and you could get a free perk. And then Origins, I really like the idea. You had to actually obtain a free perk slot by doing achievements through the map. Origins, there were so many things to do throughout the entire game that you played. We had things like obtaining the golden shovel, which allows you to dig up these free perk slots. The golden helmet, the big thunder punch thing, whatever that was called. The G-strike grenades, or the soul chest, which part of it, doing all the generators and pack punching your weapons. And the Easter egg as well. There's so many things to do all throughout a game of Origins. And that's what makes it a very good map, because there's always things to do. And I'd like to see ways of unlocking perks as well, such as we have already seen this in Origins in 2 different ways actually. You can dig them up through the golden shovel, like glowing pile spots. Also, there's a way of getting double tapped by how do you do that? Is it spend 30,000 points? But one of the challenges anyway, you get other rewards for doing other things. So perhaps we could get a map that's a perk that's very important to that map, or things like Double Tap 2.0, which is incredibly overpowered, as they worked out by the end of Black Ops 2, that it's better than Pack-a-Punch, that you have to spend 30,000 points or complete a certain challenge in order to unlock that. So I'd really like to see a way of them implementing it, so you complete a challenge and you can get it, or an extra perk slot, and then buy another perk, or get other perks in other ways that aren't necessarily machines surrounding the map as well. And in other things, very good perks, or what is considered a very important perk, we have Juggernog, and towards the end of Black Ops 2 they started to put it in kind of more difficult areas. So we saw that in Mob of the Dead it is in kind of a difficult area. If you didn't open the door, the kind of barred door to one side of it is a very difficult area. It's quite a wide area, but it's easy to get trapped in there and have to train your way out. But then in Buried, we saw it down this very thin, kind of narrow gap between 2 buildings. And then also in Origins, it's kind of down a little kind of walkway. I know it is not that far, but it's kind of easy to get trapped there. If you go like mid-round, you can't, if you go down, suddenly sweep straight round and buy it again. And oh, look at me, I've got double health. It won't be another 15 rounds till I go down again. So it's kind of nice in a difficult spot, depending on how good the perk is. I think that'd be very nice. So if it's a very good perk, we like to see it in a difficult spot. If it's not too important, it can be kind of just along a hallway that you walk down or something like that. With the uplifting beat in the jingle, I think that's quite a nice idea as well. We have to have kind of this hellish vibe, but also that we're being played with, which makes it even more intimidating in a zombie map. So you have this kind of very, very dark, scary music, very atmospheric music, but then you come past this perk and it's very kind of humorous, if you like, of how it's kind of making fun of this kind of death-like environment. And all the perk jingles we've seen so far are brilliant examples of this. There's not a single one that necessarily puts you down. It's very an uplifting beat we have in most of them as well. And that's very, very nice, considering that you're in a zombies apocalypse, and it's pretty funny as well, just for them. But if you have any ideas, let me know, and next time we will be covering what makes a good zombies wonder weapon. Thank you for joining me on WMags. This is an incredible series. A lot of you guys are getting involved, so let me know what you think, if you want to expand on the perk idea that I've come up with, anything else, and let me know so I can refer to you next time for what makes a good zombies wonder weapon. Thank you for joining me. I'm Ducky. Please leave a like if you have enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.